Hey everybody, Boris, let's begin Forex. Welcome to the weekly technicals for the crosses for March 4, March 8, 2019. The crosses this week are kind of very interesting because of the counter stories, especially in the euro-pound trade. I want to start with that first, and I'll get to CAD Swiss in a second, and then we can also talk a little bit about euro-yen. Those are my three ideas right now for the crosses. So euro-pound, to me, kind of the primary interesting story here, because clearly on the charts we have the makings of a relatively decent short-term swing bottom. The critical question here is, can the euro hold? I think the possibility for the trade actually is for the front of the week rather than the back of the week, because as we go into the back of the week, we have the ECB risk. And if the ECB is super negative, super dovish, euro could certainly come down. On the other hand, if ECB sort of maintains a more or less consistent tone, that is, it really doesn't back off the idea that it's going to taper, I think the combination of a relatively restrictive ECB and the corrective move in the pound after all the Brexit news has been factored in, especially also, by the way, one other factor I forgot to say, that we have the UK PMI services number, which is teetering on the edge of a boom-bust level. That breaks down below 50 this week, definitely offers us an opportunity for a euro-pound long. So it's 85, 87 right now on the ranges. Now, CAD Swiss, which was an interesting up trade last week, did not work out. We're going to, go second time as the charm. Let's see if Canada just tries to destroy me again this week. But CAD Swiss to the downside now looks much, much more negative. It's a really sharp, ugly kind of low volatility trade. But again, this is a trade into the BOC. This is a trade into the assumption that BOC is going to be dovish this time, that they will suggest to the market that the economy is turbulent. It's worthwhile for monetary policy to remain very neutral as long as the eye can see. That presses us, I think, towards the 75 level on the CAD Swiss as the market completely reverse sentiment, and we're going to follow that reversal one more time, hopefully for the good this time. Then euro-yen. Euro-yen actually looks relatively well bid, and this is really a story of pro-risk, pro-US growth. I mean, euro kind of holding bid here, as I said. It's really a yen growth story. If yen can extend to the 1400s, this is basically positive U.S. news story rest of the week. That is strong ADP, strong ISM non-manufacturing, strong non-farm payrolls with really, really hot average hourly earnings. This is really the nirvana for the bulls. You hit that trifecta, it's a very, very strong chance we go to 128 on euro yen as a positive trade here. So let's take a look at the charts here and see what I mean. So let's go first CAD Swiss. So looking at CAD Swiss, you can really see the reversal this week, but most importantly, look at this massive negative candle on Friday, closing on the lows, taking out really almost a month worth of lows over here. The only saving grace for dollar CAD bulls here is that we're right at resistance here, which is why I would really short this thing only if it broke 75. If it's trading 75, 85, 74, 85, 74, 80, it's at that point that I think you want to start getting short in front of the BOC, because BOC very likely to be dovish, and that could press us all the way down towards the 74 handle as CAD just simply goes up to $1.38, $1.35, $1.36 going forward. To me, this is a very interesting momentum trade, but I would only join it on a momentum basis. Now, the trade that I think is most interesting for this week is this really euro-pound trade. Let's look at this very, very clear, definitive bottoming out here. One of the things you'll notice about the euro-pound is when we have two straight up days against a long-term downtrend, there is a very strong possibility that the turn is happening. Look at this just on the charts over the last year's trade. We have two up days, uptrend happening. Downtrend, two up days, uptrend happening. Downtrend, two up days, uptrend happening. Downtrend, two up days, full scope here to go to 87 just to hit the SMA. So there's lots of room here to the upside. It's really a trade on the fact that cable is going to be correcting and that euro pretty much holds bid. I think front of the week probably should be a better trade for this than the back of the week. But if the ECB surprises as a hawkish stance, that only adds fuel to the fire for this trade. And I really like it on that basis. And then finally, euro-yen, which is essentially just a pro-risk trade here. This is really, you get all positive U.S. data, which is strong ADPs, strong ISM non-manufacturing, and really a nice clean non-farm payrolls with good average hourly earnings. And then you have a very, very strong case here for 128. The euro holds steady, and the yen just simply rises and runs itself up towards the 113, 114 level. That's pretty much the better ideas in the crosses. I wish you guys the best of luck, the best trading. Boris over and out.